Alright, welcome back everybody. Let's play The World Ends With You. So I believe what I'm going to be doing next is head on over to Malco and advance the story for another day. Something I think I neglected to mention. I point out that you can switch between partners here. This actually, I don't think I did say, however, that this actually affects which partner you use in battle. So, say for example, if I was in week 2, I could select Shiki and actually fight with Shiki, or same goes for Beat. The only exception is boss battles. For example, Minamoto can only be fought with Joshua. Even if you have Shiki selected, you'll still play with Joshua. Anyhow, man, he has high bravery. Holy crap! How did bravery get up to 167? Anyways. But Joshua is my favorite partner to use for battle, for a number of reasons I'm not going to go into. But that's irrelevant, because we're not going to be fighting this episode. I intend for this to be the third last episode. But we will see how those things go. And lots of shutdown PP. Anyways. It's a nice thing to have those pins being level. Not that it really means much, but oh well. Oh yeah, I can tap the shoulder buttons now to advance the text more quickly. I've kind of got into a habit of not doing that anymore though, so oh well. I'm a player. Musical notes in Higashizawa's text is quite the spectacle. Wait, never mind. Alright. So it's definitely nice to have something different, I think, from the usual stuff that you're doing in, I don't know, the main days of The World Ends With You. It is indeed another day, and with another day, you have different gameplay. Which is in this case just playing Tintin all day long. That's fun playing Tintin all day long, so... No! Damn it. Okay. Pretty simple. So... as the story progresses through another day, as you might be able to expect, things do get way harder than you ever actually encounter them. Damn it. Things get much harder than you've ever before seen. Oh god. I hate it when that happens. You can get completely screwed over on a corner like that. But, some of these games of Tintin will get much more difficult than we've ever actually before witnessed in our days of The World Ends With You, which is kind of nice. Extra difficulty stuff. Damn it. It's actually a pretty viable strategy to just let the graves, the headstones take care of the last contender, because they have a lot of mass, and they'll go after both you and the other contenders for whatever reason. So you can just run away and kind of leave them to do their own thing, and inevitably, because they just have so much mass, the hitstones will prevail. Especially if they manage to corner the your opponent like that. Karya! Lots of people. Oi, G-Biv. No cheering? Oh, thank you. Oh. Ta-da! Just like last time. I think I actually have that in my... Yeah, I have that in my deck right now, so... Whatever. Gimme. Not sure what is ever supposed to be so special about that pin. I guess that... in universe, it's just really rare and pretty much a trophy. In game, it's just a pin I don't really give much of a crap about.
Huh?
Those things are limited edition, man.
Huh?
So even good old Pinky manages to make an appearance in another day. Pretty much the game's entire cast appears in this particular fun episode, which I actually really like. They all have their own unique personalities to this day. They say from the left. Two-player pins. See, by the way, if you haven't actually caught on to that, the reason that Megumi breaking Neku's player pin didn't work in the was 2 episodes ago. The reason that didn't work was Neku had a single player pin. That second player pin came from when a player pin was dropped on him during his death scene. His second player pin came in as part of his standard deck. Yes. Secret noodles. The wonderful things one can do in their free time. Anyways. So actually, another day means we can also get some much better tin pin practice against AI than we could ever get with this little tin pin thing on our phone.
Tin Pin Slammer.
Anyways. Off to the ramen base. He's speaking in red. Beats the thinking kind of man, I see. And thankfully, another day gets back into some of the more comedic writing, I guess. Well, plenty of little lines that amuse me to no end. Well, something that, as the story got more serious, was unfortunately kind of forgone in the later portions of the game. Whereas early on, there were plenty of things that Neku said that ended up making me smile. I think it's love.
Huh? Oh.
Blue as you. And I cooperate or be skipped. Hey up. Oh god damn, my ear is itching under my headset. A moment. Okay, I can't really hear on my left ear anymore, but it's okay. If only they could actually illustrate that. Something that's pretty clear throughout the story of this day is the devs were pretty intent on not actually producing anything new outside of writing for this day, so you don't see any new sprites or anything like that. Or sound clips, of course. Think of it as a sort of spin-off fic. I guess you could say. Same characters. Different universe, kind of. Ultimately, though, everything is taken from the original game. How can you see these pins on my person? Now the kids talk. Whatever. Oh, thanks. Well, will they really care about a couple of pins that some random kid has? I mean, they already took however many hundreds there were. Over at Malco. Player pin! Once again, everything's reused. Quite the story this is, isn't it? Alright, so everybody that we could take on in Tenpin before we started off with Malco is actually gone now, and redispersed all throughout Shibuya. By the way, if you try to go to Shadow Ramen, this happens. You can actually access Shadow Ramen, but we'll see that later. By the way, yes, you can go to Pork City like you could in Daytona Week 2, but that is something for another episode, because that's an entire adventure of its own.
Huh?
Also, you don't in this particular case, but throughout your various battles with other characters, you actually supposedly play as characters other than Neku throughout. It's kind of interesting and kind of odd, but
Lamb. On.
actually I'm not sure if we've actually seen this particular stage before. This isn't exactly one of my favorites. It looks pretty and whatnot. It's definitely some... God damn it. It's always something different, but I don't really find there to be much of a fun factor. AI in this isn't up to par.
You win.
But there's only one more map we haven't seen for Tenpin that we'll get to see in another day. If you actually play Tenpin through wireless communications with somebody else, you can actually have access to a number of other maps with all sorts of fun things like booster pads and whatnot, which is really cool. Teleporters, it's actually fun stuff. But you're unfortunately not going to be able to get to see that here. And if you win, by the way, you'll get, just like before, a pin. You see they just flog. In this particular case, ta-da, Lady Luck. Which, as well, I've explained it before, it is worth quite a bit of money. I believe if you come up in here, you can actually find somebody else too. Huh? I forgot about these. So yeah, in every day now that I've completed the game, you might notice that there's, for every day, I'm not sure it's every day, or it's at least almost every day, over on Chapter Select, one of the requirements for getting the secret report for a day will oftentimes be to find some kind of object. I'll give you some kind of hint in parentheses. This is what happens if you find one of these. You find a box. Something amuses me about that every time. Just how he says, "Oh snap," like that. If you've already gotten the particular item, which is always some kind of unbranded item with pretty decent stats, and with a high bravery requirement. Yes, white is your pure heart. If you've already picked an item up and you restart that day and actually go back to where I was before, in its place you'll find a 500 yen pin. By the way, I did say that there aren't actually any new sprites or art in Another Day. However, there are a couple of them. For example, that Mr. Mew thing that said any resemblance to anything in real life is purely coincidental. And there's also this guy. Oh, you see above is fictional? Yep. There's one more sprite that we haven't seen before, actually. But that will be seen later. Is it super rare? I really don't know. I remember what this guy gives you. Usually the pin that they give you, actually, will be one of the pins that they used when playing against you. Man, that is a really crappy spiker. I get that because it doesn't last very long. You're free to move plenty. Man, look at that spin. But at the same time, I think that in general, having slower whammies is actually better. Having a spiker that lasts a really long time means it's easier to hit with. This is definitely something you actually want to be as slow as possible, because you can stay up in the air as long as you want to, and quite possibly avoid some landing on top of a spiker. Hand isn't affected by speed, and this thing, yeah, you want something fast, but oh well. You know, I tried, but almost.
You've seen the foundation, holding up a ragged nation. You know it in your mind, what it's like and how it lies. You want the right resolution, the right to get another portion. You know now is the time to get ready for detonation. Rise up.
Toothpaste, a whole world of
Reality is full of immorality.
stuff in tubes. Didn't pin Shiva. I didn't think you got that pin from this, actually. That's a really nice pin. It has this pretty little thing called... Where is it? I might end up showing this off later. Pretty little thing... Oh yeah, that's piercing pillar, never mind. I was thinking of a different pin. Oh yeah, Konisha is his teacher now. Oh, well, I played her through your last episode, didn't I? Well, yeah, some people some people can supposedly do this and control lots of pins at once. There's kind of an issue with that, though. All their pins actually go up against each other. So it's really just a normal match with multiple... a normal match with multiple opponents. And all the chaos that usually ensues with that. So many noise pins. By the way, you will see some people using impossible pin setups. Particularly pin setups that use illegal combinations of pin classes, like nothing but noise pins in this particular case. I'll let you guys have your fun. Oops. Whatever. You really just let them take care of themselves. Whoops, I won. And a pen that I don't really care much about. Alright. I believe this is where he is. Yep. We can actually face this guy now. Oh, people, yes, you do learn a little bit more about Joshua's background in this story. Somewhere else, but we will see. And yeah, he has quite a fine pin selection as well. A 10 yen pin. Another 10 yen pin. He also has some of the crappiest AI I could imagine. Something oddly enough... Oh, hi. Something oddly enough from Lapine Angelique. Well, this guy is doing some kind of Gothic Lolita brand pin, I don't know. But anyways, Shrimp. Wow, we were playing a shooter that time too, apparently. Shrimp.
Come on. He's got opinion. A posted suggestion, but never reveals his name. Read by someone, taken as a good one. But nobody knows who
Got 10 yen. Thank you. Anyhow, where is... Here we go, with Mikoto up here.
It's like a two-channel where people just throw their anger, forget about those foul actions. You're trying to expectancy, supremacy, you're out of control, the troll is waiting down below. You still lack an experience, too bad, too close and late. To know just where you are, there's no other way. You can't see to the tendency, occasionally you miss it.
Now, I did actually play through this whole game, or through this whole day once, just losing everything. You see what all the losing text was. But I don't remember what actually happens if you lose here. So my whole plan with the red skull pin is being slower than my opponent, as dumb as that sounds. So playing against another red skull pin doesn't do me much justice. It doesn't really do me much good. Although, of course, having dumb AI makes things just as easy anyways. Blanc. Actually has a lot of pins. Nope, almost got him. Nope, almost. Damn it. It's always fun to hit somebody with the hammer when you're using a pin like Red Skull Pin. Damn it! He's so vulnerable. Thank you. Guess it's just so slow. They have to go like right into it. I found it's higher than a Red Skull Pin. Not sure what that pin is actually. I refuse to lose this pin. Damn it, no! Never mind. Go away. How are you still... Bastard! And you actually get a decent reward. Alright, so that's going to be it for this episode then. Just wanted to show that Joshua, what he does in this particular day, what his occupation is, even though it is his occupation, but what his place in this world is. But anyways, on the next episode of Let's Play The World Ends With You, we're going to get a little bit sidetracked, as well as actually finishing up this 10-pin story, but that'll be afterwards. So then, the next episode, we will already be there. We'll be having plenty of fun. And things will actually begin to make a little bit more sense in relation to the main story of The World Ends With You. Only a little bit. Maybe, not really. Whatever. See you guys.